Okay, so I want to do something a little different today, but it is going to include both me and you, the viewer. So, and my dog, apparently. Anyways, this is only going to work if you guys are willing to participate, but I completely understand not everybody likes to comment and stuff like that. But I want to have some sort of, discussion, because I want to try and predict these upcoming 3 banners. Because if you didn't know, I've already made a video on it, but there was a bunch of, not a bunch of leaks, but there was, I guess somebody figured out all of the codes for the Hawk and Oslo boxes, and I've noticed that a lot of the time the codes that they do for those boxes are related to whatever is kind of going on that week. More often than not, it has to do with like characters and stuff like that are coming to the game. And because the Hawk and Oslo boxes are like a 5-week span, the first code was Mascot, which was obviously Oslo and Hawk. The second one was Big Green Guy, and this one kind of throws me off a little bit because Droll is this week, and I guess to me he's more blue. But honestly, like, he's kind of that weird shade where people can either see it as a blue or a green, kind of like almost like a teal, or something like that. People say teal is either blue or green, but or maybe I'm thinking of one of the other colors. Maybe I'm thinking of like cyan or something. I can't remember exactly which color it is, but one of them looks very like directly in between blue and green, and people call it one or the other. But Droll kind of has that sort of skin tone, I guess. So I'm assuming this is, this could throw the whole plan off if it's not correct, but I'm assuming Big Green Guy is Droll, because he's big, he's giant, he's giant, and he's green. So going off of just those 2, we have 3 other codes that they've already announced, which the next one is Celestials, which obviously, as we know, they're doing a YouTube little milestone thing right now, where if you didn't know, if they reach either, it was like 50,000 likes on their YouTube video about the announcement, or they got 200,000 subscribers, which both of those have already been met. They said that they were going to give away Celestial Elat for free, which is fine. I mean, we've already met the milestone. We're going to get her for free either way. I honestly didn't think that we weren't going to get her at any point. So obviously she has the word Celestial in her name. But, when you think of Celestials, you think of, the angels and stuff like that. Obviously, it's a bit of a stretch because they keep saying that they're releasing 3 SSRs, which is Elat, and then Bellion, which is the other movie unit. And they said that there was going to be a 3rd mystery unit. Now, this is a stretch. Don't take this out of context or anything like that. Like, take it with a grain of salt. But the only other Celestial that's not in the game already, besides Goddess Liz, like Goddess Liz is already in the game. Obviously the only other angels there really are the Archangels. And I don't see them releasing Sariel and Tarmiel without, a banner. But I was thinking maybe, I know it's not going to happen at all, but the only other one, because the code is Celestials with an S, I was thinking maybe Ludociel, and that is, yeah, I know that's a far stretch. It's not going to happen. I was just, for the sake of the word Celestials with an S, which it could just be the fact that they put an S on it because, Elat's a Celestial and they just wanted to put an S on it for whatever reason. Obviously that's fine if it's just Elat, whatever the case is. I still don't even know if they're doing a banner. I'm assuming they're doing a banner for Elat and Bellion, just because I would assume they're going to want people to pull for extra copies if they actually want them or not. But yeah, which, I mean, they end up getting put on other banners and stuff like that anyway in the future. So I don't think really anybody's going to be super interested in summoning on the banner or anything like that, but I would assume they're going to do a banner. And I would only assume if they want people to actually summon on it, because they're giving the units away for free, they would want to maybe put a 3rd unit on it, which could possibly, very low chance, be Ludociel. That was just a stretch, obviously. The big thing here is I want you guys to help me predict. I want you guys to make your own assumptions or, just predictions in general, who you would want to see, who you think it might be for these different kinds of codes or banners or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, Ludociel was the only one that really came to mind because he's an actual angel. but I don't know. So the next code was 3,000 years, and I went over a bunch of different demons and angels because obviously the demons and angels have, you know, the biggest lifespans, I guess. Obviously, I tried to look at Merlin and some of the OC characters and stuff like that, but either the OC characters are really young, like they're in their 20s, or their age is unknown, like Camilla. So the only one that came to mind that wasn't my final conclusion was maybe Demon Hendrickson, but I that was kind of a stretch as well, because I think Demon Hendrickson, you know, he's obviously just Hendrickson, so he's only 39, but he's being taken over by a demon. So I really doubt it's Demon Hendrickson. He was just basically like a runner-up, or, you know, I don't know, best guess. But obviously the big conclusion here is they've already stated that Bellion is going to be a login event, which is going to be given away on the 7th day, which basically means, hey, we're going to give him away on the day before the patch, or of the next patch. I can't remember exactly how it's going to fall. I think it'll be on the day before the patch, because if you log in on patch day and that starts the login event, he's going to be on the 7th day, so that should be the day right before the new week. But biggest giveaway here, he's 3,000 plus years old, so 3,000 years makes enough sense to me. It lines up. Okay, that's a pretty given one as far as I could tell. I've pretty much looked at every character in the game at this point, and he is the only one that has anywhere near that age. So he's a pretty good candidate for this. I obviously have no idea if they're planning on doing anything separate or anything interesting for this one, but best guess. Sorry. I mean, obviously he's going to be there regardless. We already know that, but I don't know who else they could put out, because I mean, they've been doing a banner every single week. They may end up just doing a skip banner. Fat King is never coming to the game ever, so it could not possibly be him, but who knows. And then obviously the last one, which is the most interesting because we don't know what could possibly be on the 5th week, is the code is magic. And when I think of magic, I think of either Merlin, or because she's kind of like a magic user, like she does potions and stuff like that, and like she, you know, as far as I'm concerned, she fits the description of magic. And the only other character that it really comes to mind is Lilia, but my runner-up, my best guess before I came to my final conclusion was Garrod, and I don't really think Garrod's coming. I mean, she's kind of a skip unit, to be honest. Like, I don't think anybody's going to be summoning for Garrod saying, oh wow, which she actually is Memories of 3,000 Years, so she could potentially be something to do with Bellion. Anyways, I didn't even think about that, but her age says roughly 1,200 years old, so I really don't know. She was just kind of like one of the ones that kind of stood out a little bit. I mean, she's more of like, she's a fairy, so she does kind of magic-y sort of things, but that was just kind of like a runner-up, like, you know, honorable mention, I guess. But Lilia was the other one that I was, you know, that really fits into the magic category. But the problem with this specific Lilia is she's the only one that's not on global yet, and she uses her actual snake, and I don't really consider her snake to be, you know, magic. Like, I mean, I guess technically she summons it through magic or whatever, but I don't know, when I think of her snake, like her using her snake to attack and stuff like that, like she uses it as a weapon instead of like her little orbs that float around her, and she, like, you know, she doesn't look like she uses magic really. She's just using the snake, but I guess you could construe that either way. So I don't know. She was just kind of my best guess for the magic category, I guess. I went through a lot of other characters. Merlin was obviously my second best guess as far as magic goes, but there has not been any new Merlin units or anything like that on the game, so she kind of got ruled out, obviously. But yeah, she's pretty much my best guess conclusion, I guess, for the magic category. There's a couple of users, I mean, a couple of other characters that it could obviously be, I guess, lumped into the magic category, but obviously, you know, there's so many different characters in the game, and it's really hard for me to judge whether or not somebody uses magic or not. So like, because I mean, there's obviously different kinds of abilities and stuff in the game, but I don't really know if you would categorize it as magic or just, like, you know, whatever the case may be. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to make a fun little, you know, sort of discussion video and get you guys' feedback and kind of just have a fun time, you know, just guessing around. Because, I mean, we've got, you know, 3 more weeks coming up, and we got a little bit of a hint, I guess, to what each week is going to hold. So I thought it would be kind of fun. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to have some, you know, I just wanted to have some quality time with the fans. That's all it was. So yeah, anyways, that's pretty much it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Feel free to subscribe for more content in the future. I'd love to do more videos like this more often, so if you like this sort of thing where we can kind of go back and forth and guess, because I'll definitely be reading over the comments and stuff like that. And, you know, if you see one that you like down in the comments, like that might be a better guess than your own, or, you know, whatever the case may be, feel free to, you know, talk amongst yourselves. It's fine. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. See ya.